What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I am Jess and you are watching Keto Rewind. Thanks for clicking on today's video. Today's video is a week 139 update and my results from a carnivore diet. One whole week on a carnivore fast or carnivore way of eating. But before I do that, I want to say really quickly, I'm not a medical doctor, not a healthcare professional. This is just my story and my experience. Also, if you're new here and you like inspiration, you like to see what I'm doing to rewind my weight from morbidly obese to a healthy weight, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on those notifications so you don't miss any videos. And the best way to support my channel, if you like it, is smash that like button or leave a comment. And also at the end of this video, I'm going to post the results like weight loss and any other metrics, before and after pictures, that kind of thing. So don't click off, see this video through the end. I promise it'll be worth it. So anyways, let's walk through a whole week of carnivore and I'll see you at the end of this video for the results. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I am Jess and you are watching Keto Rewind. I am on day 1 of 7, or an entire week of eating carnivore. I have done this in the past. I've thoroughly enjoyed eating carnivore. I do always miss my veggies, but I really am surprised how good I feel just eating carnivore. So anyways, I'm going to show you what I'm going to be eating for the next week. I'm going to document all the meals, how I'm feeling, you know, maybe some metrics, that kind of thing. So, and I'm going to remember to take before pictures this time. But being that I'm just coming off an egg fast, I shouldn't see a huge drop in weight this week. And that's mainly because I am already not carrying a bunch of bloat. So I don't expect some humongous number. Now, if you were coming off of, like, say, a vacation, or maybe you're just starting keto and you start with carnivore, you're gonna see a much bigger number than I'm gonna do this week. So anyways, it is what it is, and I'm going to turn the camera around and show you what we're having for lunch. I'm going to be dividing my macros into 2 meals. I'm not eating any high protein keto or anything like that. I'm just eating traditional keto numbers. It just happens to be carnivore that I'm going to be using for the actual meal. So I'm going to show you what we're doing here. I have homemade bacon that I'm going to roast. So I'm going to do a big batch, being that we're eating carnivore today. I have got half this batch, it was about 1 pound, in the oven, and I'm going to run it through again with a second batch and, you know, put it in the fridge. And put it in the fridge so that I have bacon pretty much ready to go, and all I have to do is cook up some eggs. So plus I don't like my house smelling like bacon every single day, so I just want to go ahead and make all the bacon up at once and eat off it all week. And I won't fully cook it, this way when I heat it up it won't like make it crisp, if that makes sense. So I'm going to be having some eggs with this. I will have to watch my fat this week. When you're eating carnivore, the animal products, the fat will add up quick, so I will be watching that, and we'll discuss that as that comes along. So anyways, I'll show you in a minute what my finished product is for lunch. It's the kitty. This Cinderella. What are you doing? Should we let the dog back in? You can come in. Come on in. Okay, so this is batch number 2 of bacon, and there's batch 1. So I'm gonna cook this one a little less than this one because I'll be reheating this one, so I don't wanna overcook my bacon. And I'm using a taller sided pan for splatter. So there's a method to my madness. All right, I'll pop that in the oven and I'll get that out in about 15 minutes. Okay, so being that bacon in general is pretty fatty, I'm not gonna add butter to my pan because there's gonna be fat in the yolk and there'll be fat in the bacon. So I'm just gonna fry up some eggs in the pan and call it a day. So being that we just had an egg fast and I haven't gone to the store to get more eggs, we only have 4 total eggs. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add some egg whites to my eggs that are in the pan. This way I'm getting the protein. I can always make up for the fat in a million ways. But until I have a chance to go to the store and get more eggs, I'm just gonna swap in some extra egg white to make sure I'm getting the protein I need. So I'll put like a 1/4 cup egg whites to this and should be good to go. So anyways, that's what you do if you're in a pinch and you need to still make those protein or just keep hitting those macros. So anyways, that's what I did. And I guess it would make sense if I told you the reason why. Well, Kyle still needs to make to have lunch too. So I just poured 3 tablespoons of egg white and I have 2 eggs and that's gonna be my lunch, and Kyle will do the same. So it's a way to stretch 4 eggs to feed us and get the macros right. I'm just putting the bacon back in the pan just to warm it up, but that one's the egg white and those are to be whole eggs. So next I'll get a plate and we'll show you the finished product. Okay, so these pieces of bacon are a little smaller than a traditional piece of bacon, being that it's homemade. So I did 3 pieces of bacon, but I'm gonna enter it as 2 standard pieces of sugar-free bacon. I have my egg white and my 2 whole eggs. And I sprinkled pink salt. I did not add any extra oil, but I did let the eggs cook in the bacon grease. And that is it. All right, it is now afternoon snack time and I'm having my keto coffee. Whether I'm doing a fast, a keto day, just about anything, I still have my coffee every day. A lot of people ask, can you drink coffee that late in the day? Well, it's 3 o'clock. I'm the type of person that if I have a shot of espresso, I can still fall asleep in an hour. Like it's weird because caffeine doesn't really affect me. So that's why I have my coffee in the afternoon. But I mean, water, anything else would be fine. You don't have to have coffee, but collagen, cream, and coffee, and I'm good to go. So that's what I do. You do you. And I'll see you back at dinner time. Now I have to figure out what's for dinner. Alrighty, it is now dinner time. I've got my softball jersey on because we have games. And this is when the carnivore becomes real easy when it comes to making sure that you get the right dinners and dinner on the table really quick, because I'm literally going to only do a burger patty. And depending on my macros, I'm gonna figure if I need 1 or 2 or 1.5 burger patties. But either way, salt, pepper, season it up, throw some mustard and that's it. Simple as that. So I'm guessing macros wise, I'll be making 2 for myself, but I'll see. So, but that is as easy it's gonna be. Grill it up and eat and head to my game. So even though carnivore is very restrictive, it's gonna be pretty easy to figure out what to eat this week and make it quick. So anyways, I'll be back when we're going to season up these burgers. All right, so I calculated my macros and I need 2 patties for me, 2 patties for Kyle, and my kids will split a patty. All right, Chef Kyle.
Chef Kyle.
So we're gonna put just garlic, salt, and pepper on these burger patties. Each patty is a 1/3 pound grass-fed beef, and it's from Costco. These are one of my favorite things to buy at Costco, just because they're already portioned and ready to go, and it's pretty high quality. You still have the papers on them. Are you making some for lunch tomorrow, or are you having 3?
What's on the next one?
Okay.
Maybe the dog won't.
We put them on the grill frozen, so no big deal. You don't have to worry about having them thawed. In fact, I think they want you to put them on the grill frozen. All right, so next up, salt, pepper, and garlic. So we'll be back when these are all done. It's pretty self-explanatory. Alrighty, and here's dinner. I have 2 hamburger patties. I'm just using mustard and 2 slices of homemade bacon. So that is easy as dinner gets, and I'm gonna be eating this and heading to my softball game. Okay, it is now day 2 of carnivore, day 2 of 7, and I just came back from the grocery store because I had to go get some stuff for the food for this week. Being that I'm doing carnivore every day this week, it does make for very easy menus. It's literally just protein, you know, or animal products. So, but I did go to the grocery store, and I'll tell you, it is so tough when you walk, like take that first step into a grocery store and see Halloween candy, like the first thing you see when you go into a store. So I'm fasting until noon, or I'm gonna begin eating at lunch for my first meal today. When I'm doing carnivore, I'm eating higher fat. The fat stays with me longer, so I do 2 meals on carnivore or keto days. When I'm not doing carnivore or keto, like a protein sparing modified fasting or some other goal, I'll have more meals. But in this case, carnivore, I'm gonna be having 2 meals, so I don't eat till lunch. So, like you walk in and the first thing you see is Halloween candy. I mean, you're not even in 5 feet into the door and it's like, bam, Halloween candy, chocolate, and it's like, oh, I wish they wouldn't do that right there. I wasn't thinking about any Halloween candy or any treat when I walked into the store. I was feeling really good, and then that's the first thing you get hit with. So, but being that when I do a challenge, or I'm just doing my best in general with the lifestyle, is you walk past those things and you forget they existed. It's just a bag of regret, right? So, but I'm proud of myself. I just kept focused, go get my meat, my eggs, that kind of thing, and get out of there. So, but anyways, I am going to go start off my day with a walk. My goal was to walk at least 50 miles this month. So I'm gonna go get a walk in. The weather's great, perfect time. So I'll meet you back here when it's time to make lunch. Okay, it is now lunchtime. Got my walk in, my 3 miles done, and now it's time to make some lunch. So I'm gonna put all 4 of these hamburger patties. They are tri-tip, so they're nice and tender. Oh, these are so good. So they are already seasoned with like garlic, salt, pepper, that kind of thing. So I'm just gonna put them right on the grill. Okay, and at this point, the burgers are on the grill, and I am just going to make a quick egg to go on top of my burger. I just sprayed the pan with some avocado oil, and I'm going to just crack an egg. I like my yolk to be dry, but I'm gonna try to get Kyle's to be runny. And I have an egg and 2 burger patties here. And then I'm just gonna drench it with yellow mustard. And that is lunch today. It is now dinner time, and I am gonna show you what we're gonna make. Since I had a heavy fat lunch, we're gonna be a little lighter for dinner. So I'm gonna do a piece of chicken with some bacon on it, pop it in the oven, easy as that. So let me flip the camera around and show you what I'm gonna do. Okay, so I've lined a baking rack. I want it to get crispy with the bacon. So I did a piece of parchment paper just for easy cleanup. I have 4 chicken breasts sliced pretty thin, and I have my homemade bacon right here. The plain sugar-free, no nitrates, high quality bacon that I made. So I'm gonna spray the rack so it doesn't stick. And then I'm simply going to season up my chicken and just place the bacon right over it. So, so the next thing is I'm going to season up my chicken. Normally I would recommend using chicken thighs or a higher fat piece of chicken, but I did the protein sparing fast, so I have a lot of chicken breast in stock, so that's why I'm adding bacon to it. So that's the method to my madness here. But I don't know if I would, depending on my macros, I don't know if I would add the bacon to a chicken thigh or a chicken breast with skin, that you're gonna get your fat that way. So let me wash my hands, and then I'm gonna season up our chicken. All right, first I'm gonna use some pink salt. And I'm gonna repeat this on both sides. But so this video doesn't get super long, I'm just showing you one side. Onion powder next. You can completely omit or change the spices up however you like it. This is just what I'm doing. I'm not super strict when it comes to the carnivore world. I don't mind spices. But if it offends you or you don't want to do spices, don't do it. But nobody got morbidly obese eating spices. That's all I'm gonna say. To put the bacon on. My bacon is smaller than store-bought bacon. So I'm gonna put at least 2 to 3 pieces, and I'm literally just going to drape it on top instead of wrapping it, but you do however you want. Okay, so at this point we're gonna pop it in the oven and roast it. All right, here is the finished product. I have about 8 ounces of chicken and around 2 slices of bacon. This, like I said, this bacon is a lot smaller than store-bought bacon, so that's why it looks like a lot. We did slice it pretty thin, and they're real small pieces in general. So that is dinner for day 2. All right, it is now day 3 of Carnivore, and I have an appointment to get my thyroid checked out. It's an ultrasound appointment, and I had blood work, so that should be a quick appointment, and I should be back in time to get a walk-in, and then I will meet you back here for lunch. And I'm gonna keep it simple instead of making this way harder than it needs to be. I'm just gonna do burgers again for lunch. It was really good, tasty, and yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. Alrighty, I am back from the doctor. I did a few errands while I was out, and now I've started the grill and got my hamburgers on the grill. Preliminary results from my ultrasound, they said I looked fine. I get the official word back from the doctor, you know, when everybody talks to everybody and he makes it formal. But I have been taking a kelp supplement, so it's been like a week now, so maybe that helped. Basically related to a iodine deficiency. So I'm just gonna move along, and when I get results, I'll let you know, but overall, I'm excited that there's nothing seriously wrong. So anyways, I will go show you the finished product for dinner, or I should say lunch, and I'll be right back. All right, and dinner tonight is butter chicken. That was yesterday. Today, I think we're in day 4 now, if I'm correct. So it's a new day, and lunch today, I'm gonna start off with an omelet, and then I'm gonna have a side of bacon. So just a real straightforward lunch. That's one thing that I've really been enjoying about Carnivore, is it is so simple and so basic. So, and being that I am so busy right now, it has come in handy to be eating what I need to be eating on plan, and you know, quick, easy meals, very few dishes. I may continue on with more Carnivore, so we'll see. But anyways, that is where I'm at, and I'm going to go ahead and start making lunch. So I've leftover bacon. I made this earlier this week and have like a double batch, so I've been eating off of it all week. And then this Kerrygold, let me see, there we go. See if my camera will focus. This cheese is so freaking good. It's like a cheddar Parmesan blend. Oh my gosh, is it so good. Oh, so good. Dubliner, I think that's what it's called, but it reminds me of like a cheddar Parmesan mix. But grass-fed, just a really good high quality cheese, and obviously our eggs. So I'm gonna bring the pan over and we'll get the omelet going. Okay, and that is lunch. We have, I'm gonna, you know, say roughly a serving of bacon, and we have 3 eggs with a nice, delicious Dubliner cheese. That is lunch today. What's up, guys? I am not sure what day I'm on. I think it's day 5 of Carnivore. It's currently my Friday. But you're not seeing this video until this coming Monday. So anyways, I apologize for the noise in the background. One of those robotic vacuum cleaner things is doing a pass and getting the floors cleaned while I go get a workout in. So I am gonna go try and get at least 3 miles in. I have extra time this morning with all doctor's appointments and stuff this week. I am a little behind on how many miles my weekly goal was, so I'm gonna go get at least 3 miles in, and if I can do 5 or I'm feeling up to it, I'm gonna get those too. So, or get that in the total. Because I just have some drama going around right now with my softball team. It's parent drama. It's that stuff that's like, really, are we still in high school, folks? It's not the players, it's the parents. And it's like, do they even know this is like recreational softball? Like, we're not in major leagues here. So, but anyways, to clear my head and be like, just let that roll off your chest, I'm gonna go get my walk in, and I will meet you back at lunch. It is Friday at lunch, and I managed to get a 5-mile walk in to clear my head, and I just cooked up some bacon, and we're having some eggs, and then I'm gonna slice up some Dubliner cheese. So I'll be back with the finished product. Oh yeah, and don't forget pink salt. And here is lunch. We have 3 eggs cooked in the bacon grease that I cooked the bacon in, 3 slices of homemade bacon. My bacon's a little smaller than store-bought bacon because it's homemade and no sugar and all that stuff. So I just do 3 pieces. And then I have 1 ounce of that Dubliner cheese by Kerrygold. So that is the lunch. Alrighty, it is now dinner time, and this is one of my favorite ways to make steak. Super simple, easy recipe, and I'm just gonna serve like a side of vegetables with it for my kids. But this is what we're having tonight for dinner. I planned my macros already, so I need 8 ounces of this steak. But let me flip the camera around and show you what we have. So this you've seen on my channel a ton of times. It's from Costco, and they are top sirloin. These ones are actually thinner than the ones we normally get, so we don't have to cut them in half and butterfly them. But if it is a big, thick filet or sirloin, you might want to cut it in half and make it a little thinner so you can grill them up. But that's what I have. So I'm going to serve this, or I should say I'm going to season it first with basically a ton of yellow mustard, salt, pepper, and a little Worcestershire. Throw them on the grill, and then when they come off, I'm gonna put a butter garlic sauce on top, and that is literally it. This is a great way to make, we're gonna make these all up ahead of time, so we can just have leftovers probably for tomorrow, maybe for even a steak omelet or something. So for the butter sauce, the only thing I really measure is the butter, because obviously you have to watch your macros. Being that I'm using a lean cut of beef, like a top sirloin, I'm gonna add butter to it to get the fat macros. But if you're using like a ribeye or a fattier cup, I don't know if I would add this layer. Or I would at least made it a little bit, or we make a smaller serving. So I have 2 servings each for me and Kyle, so 4 tablespoons of butter. And then I'm just gonna add pink salt, a little bit of Italian seasoning, garlic, and pepper. And microwave it. So when it comes out the microwave, I'm just gonna drizzle it over the top sirloin. So that's how easy this is. And then also, you don't even need to add the garlic, just a plain butter sauce on top of top sirloin tastes delicious. But I like to mix it up, and today I'm feeling that. So anyways, you do you. All right, and that is the finished product of the steak. Next, I'm gonna just chop it up, and then I will show you the garlic butter sauce. Okay, so I have 8 1/8 ounces of top sirloin, and all I'm gonna do now is pour half of this over my steak to give it a stir because it's been sitting. And this is roughly 2 tablespoons of butter. And that is it. Look how yummy that looks. All right, that is dinner. Alrighty, it is now Saturday, and which is I think day 6 of Carnivore. We just came back from a softball game. We won, and I'm super hungry. It is 11 o'clock. We've been up since 6 this morning, so we're gonna have a brunch. So let me show you what we're having. All right, so I made a egg and cheese omelet. I have about 1 ounce here of the Dubliner cheese by Kerrygold, and 3 slices of homemade bacon, sugar-free bacon. So that is lunch, or I should say brunch. Okay, it is now dinner time. I'm gonna first make my keto coffee. Even though I'm doing carnivore, I'm still adding the unflavored collagen and heavy cream to my coffee. I do it every day, doesn't matter what challenge I'm doing. I just look forward to that every day. So I'm gonna go ahead and have that. And then dinner tonight is going to be a smoked tri-tip. So we were at the grocery store and they had a tri-tip on 50% off. So tri-tip usually runs a little pricey. So to get that one at 50% off, it was a no-brainer. It made it real easy for dinner tonight. So that's gonna smoke, and I have a video on how to do all that and for more details, but I'm gonna give you the quick rundown and basically, yeah. So let me show you what we're gonna do. All right, you just lit the grill, or the smoker. What temperature do you usually smoke these at?
I think we're gonna target about 275 for that guy.
275, and about how long?
It's normally about 2 hours.
2 hours?
Yes.
Ooh, the lighting's horrible. So we're gonna get that ready to go, put it at 275, and then we're just gonna season the meat with, what do you season it with?
I'm gonna use my brisket rub.
Your brisket rub,
right.
which is what? Garlic powder?
Salt, pepper, garlic, onion, paprika, chili powder. That's it.
All right, so I'll be back at that point. Okay, so first up, we trimmed off the, any pieces that need to be trimmed, and next we're gonna season it up with the brisket rub. You can look up recipes to make your own rubs, and you can even, if it calls for sugar, just swap out a sugar-free sweetener like Lakanto or Boca Sweet or Swerve, something like that. So definitely don't use a pre-mixed rub or seasoning unless you've read the back of it, because that's a lot of hidden sugars in those spice rubs. So anyways, coat this both sides and then pop it on the grill at 275. All right, and that is the finished product of the tri-tip. Roughly 8 ounces, and I'm washing it down with just plain water. So that is my tasty and delicious carnivore dinner. All right, good morning. It's Sunday morning, day 7 of carnivore, and to just switch things up, I made a chaffle for me and Kyle. Egg white with some mozzarella cheese and salt, and I'm going to serve that up with some eggs, and yeah. So right now I have 1 tablespoon of butter in the pan, and next I'm just going to add my eggs to it, and I'll be back with the next step. Alrighty, so here is breakfast. There is an egg in my chaffle along with the cheese, so that's why I only have 2 eggs, and don't want to have too much fat and don't want to have too many calories adding up, because these foods are very calorie dense when you're using like whole fat cheeses. So I did cook my eggs in a little bit of butter, and that is breakfast on day 7 of carnivore. Alrighty, it is now Sunday night, last night of carnivore, and we just came back from softball practice. So I am going to make burgers. They're so easy. They're easy for the kids to just make up a side with, and we're gonna end that challenge, or this challenge, or the fast, with burgers. So I've done these burgers once already on the previously this week, so it's the same thing. Basically I have these tri-tip patties, and we're just gonna pop them onto the grill. So I'll be back with the finished product. Alrighty, and here is dinner. I have 2 quarter-pound patties and 1 slice of cheese on each patty. But the total weight of the cheese was only 1 ounce. They're pretty thin slices, and I'm just gonna drench it with mustard, yellow mustard, and that is dinner, and the completes the carnivore challenge. Okay, so the past week, I forgot how easy and simple and effortless and satisfying, and I don't know why I didn't think of this sooner. Like when softball season kicked off and my schedule went crazy busy with the amount of, my daughter's team, my youngest daughter's team, my oldest daughter's team, and my softball team, this would have worked so much easier all along had I been doing this. So I do wish I would have had that thought to go through some old videos, get some new inspiration. But overall now I'm like, you know what? This was so easy, time-wise, dishes-wise, menu-wise. Let's do a second week of carnivore. So I know I noted that I was going to do a beef and butter fast this week. I'm not going to do a beef and butter fast. I'm going to do carnivore again for a second week in a row. However, today is Monday. Kids are out of school. We have a softball game. I'm going to have a salad today. And then starting tomorrow, Tuesday, I'll begin the second week of carnivore. So I couldn't be more happy and I just feel so good, and it's just been nice. As far as weight loss goes, I kicked off the week at 206 pounds, and today, a week later, I am at 204. So another solid 2-pound loss this week. So I do want to say, when it comes to the weight loss, I was already in ketosis when the challenge kicked off. So a week ago, I was already in ketosis. I already was not carrying a lot of bloat. So I wasn't going to get this massive number in weight loss. So if you are coming off of a vacation, you're restarting, you're kicking it off, or whatever the case may be, maybe you like to have lots of extras and treats and you just need to get your head right, you're going to have a much higher result weight loss wise than I am. So I am very stoked about another 2-pound weight loss, because for the month of October, I am down 4 pounds. That's more than I've had in a long time, in 2 weeks into a month. So that's one reason to keep it going. I feel good, and it's working so well with my busy schedule. Now, a few other key takeaways. There, just like with keto, there are so many opinions, expert, not expert. You know, there's so many opinions out there on how to do it right. You got to do what you think is best. I took it the basic way, where you only use animal products. I did allow some cheese and some eggs. Some people that are super strict carnivore don't even do that. You got to find what works for you and what you're happy with. For me, this is just a challenge for me. It's kind of like just something that I'm using right now. I'm not going to live hard, die hard, you know, get try to be perfect. So I'm happy with just a little cheese. It's the aged cheeses. I'm good with a good quality egg and butter, a high quality grass-fed butter. So that's my choice, and that's what I use. So you gotta do you. If you want to be super strict and live off of ribeyes for the entire week, whatever, it's fine. There's no right or wrong answer. So do what you can do and stick with. That's what matters. So overall, I had a very busy week, and I was still able to get my exercise in. So don't forget that. And lastly, I got my results back on my blood work, and I got a A+. I'm not a diabetic. I don't have cholesterol problems. I don't have a thyroid problem. My thyroid issue seemed to be tied to an iodine deficiency. So that's exciting news. And taking that kelp supplement for the past week, I don't know, but I have felt great. So I'll link the one I'm using down below, but I don't want to give a full, yes, this is the end all be all if you're in my boat. But I definitely would recommend, make sure you're taking some type of an iodine supplement if you're doing a ketogenic lifestyle and you're not eating like seaweed and things that have iodine naturally in it. So anyways, that is it. I got flying colors on my blood work, and that is huge. I get the call from my doctor. My doctor's like, your blood work, everything's all, your blood work came back and everything's normal. So I'm like, I'm expecting, this whole list of things to talk about, and there was nothing. I'm normal. And thanks to living a ketogenic lifestyle, I have my health back. So yes, not at my goal weight, but I'm getting there, and I am so proud. So if you have made it to the end of this video, thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. And from the bottom of my heart, I love you. Have a good one. I'm Jess. You're watching Keto Rewind. Bye-bye.